Good evening and welcome to the Lagos studios of IATV. I am Adegboyega Labiran with the news. Justice Rilwan Aikawa of our Federal High Court in Lagos on Friday dismissed a preliminary objection by a battery judge of the court, Rita Ofili Ajumogobia, facing money laundering charge. The court held that Ajumogobia is no longer serving judicial officer, and so could face the criminal charge brought against her by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, AFCC. AFCC charged Ophelia Jumagobia and a senior advocate of Nigeria, Godwin Obla, on 18 counts bordering on conspiracy, unlawful enrichment, retention of crime proceeds, and money laundering. They had pleaded not guilty to all counts of the charge and were granted bails in the sum of 10 million naira each, with two sureties in like sum. The defendants were first charged before an Ikeja division of High Court, which had struck out the charge on jurisdictional grounds. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, AFCC, this Friday told a Federal High Court in Lagos that former Governor Ayodele Fayose of Ekiti State, facing 6.9 billion naira fraud before the court, was being investigated for other matters. Fayose was billed for rearrangement before Justice Aneke, but EFCC counsel S.A. Obafemi prayed the court to adjourn the case, saying that the commission was still investigating the defendant for other matters. According to the counsel, there was no clear directive from the commission on the steps to take, as the main prosecutor, Rotimi Jacobs, senior advocate of Nigeria, was absent in court. The judge frowned at the request for adjournment on the grounds that the case was transferred to the court and was slated for rearrangement, but later adjourned the case until July 2nd for rearrangement. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has said his administration remains committed to reinvigorating the state's economy by leveraging on its enormous potentials. Sanwo-Olu said his smart city agenda is on course, stressing that his administration will achieve the goal in partnership with private sector as key drivers of development. The governor gave the assurance at the 13th Annual Business Law Conference organized by Business Law Section of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, in Lagos.
Consider a scenario where we focus on driving investments into key economic sectors such as infrastructure, healthcare, education, agriculture, etc. The resultant effect is a spike in our employment and economic growth. The current rate at which our economy grows does not reflect our potentials, particularly when we compare ours with other emerging frontier economies in the continent. For instance, a situation where our population growth at about 2.5%, which outstrips our economic growth, which is about 2.1%. This certainly cannot lift our people out of poverty.
To achieve this aim, Sanwo-Olu said his government had identified key areas to drive growth, stating that investments in infrastructure remain paramount in achieving his goal of making the state the top investment destinations in Africa.
Lagos is obviously in their need to mobilize huge investments in critical sectors in delivering new roads, new bridges, expanding our air and seaport capacity, exploring the potentials of our vast waterways, and very importantly, delivering an intercity rail network. We're telling you, we're committing that before the end of our administration, we should have an intracity rail network that all of you will be proud of.
Sanwo-Olu noted that the state still has a huge gap to fill in the area of power supply to businesses and homes, as steady electricity remains critical to delivering a smart city with a flourishing economy. A Modakeke Ife Magistrate Court in Osun State has sentenced a 24-year-old ex-convict of Payemi Abel to 6 months in prison for stealing jeans worth 3,000 naira. Magistrate Abimbola Famoyide sentenced the convict after he pleaded guilty to a 2-count charge of breaking, entering, and theft. Famoyide sentenced him without an option of fine, saying the convict was an unrepentant criminal who does not deserve mercy. The court records also revealed that he had previously been convicted and sentenced to 18 months imprisonment for motorcycle theft in 2017. Still in Osun State, a Modakeke Magistrate Court has today remanded 140-year-old Sholaja Wasiu in prison's custody over alleged Canadian visa fraud. The prosecutor, Inspector on Glory, told the court that the defendant committed the offense sometime in April of 2019 at Modakeke Ile-Ife and conspired with others now at large to defraud one Kolawole Joel under the pretext of securing a Canadian visa for him. The defendant, however, pleaded not guilty to the 3-count charge of conspiracy, stealing, and fraud. Magistrate Abimbola Famuide ordered for the remand of the defendant in custody at the Ile-Ife prison and adjourned the case until July 15 for hearing. The Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 11, Leye Oyebade, says the zone is ready to combat crime with improved security architecture. AIG Oyebade was speaking shortly after the inaugural meeting of the Zone Security Stakeholders Forum, which was constituted 2 months ago. He assured residents and commuters along highways in the zone of the safety of their lives and property, adding that the police has also reinforced the security along coastal lines in Ondo axis.
Response team, they've been able to get information for us that we are using to upgrade our intelligence network. All that we are doing now is to further make effort to have area surveillance, and I'm believing that with the helicopters that will be given, we'll be able to monitor the 3 states from the air. The security arrangement for the waterfronts is being upgraded. We have our gunboats and they are giving us more gunboats, and we're having a jetty. With all this in place, we'll be able to curtail their excesses and their escape routes, which we have identified to be the waterfronts, especially the Ondo axis.
When our police force is well funded, adequately and substantially funded, and manned by capable hands, we shall certainly know peace. We look forward to this, and we pledge on behalf of the entire members of this forum to put in our best efforts to ensure that the modest way we can assist you, we would.
Part of the solution to the issues we have on hand relates to making sure that there are job opportunities for people. So from a short and medium term point of view, creating jobs and getting people engaged is one of the ways we are going to permanently tackle the issues at hand. And that's where it relates to my constituency, whereby the element of continuing to attract investment into the Southwest, making sure that businesses that already exist progress, and that the environment is equally conducive for new businesses to come on board.
Chairman of the forum, Shola Ojutarayo, assured the AIG of the forum's commitment to cooperate with the police to bring crime and criminality to the lowest ebb in the state. Poised to stem the tide of abductions in Ondo State, the State Commissioner of Police, Undie Adie, has met with leaders of Miyetti Allah, Hausa community and Fulani community in the state. The meeting is coming after the Tuesday's abduction along Akure-Ikere Ado-Ekiti Road. Adie said the meeting became imperative in order to partner with different interest groups to curb incessant cases of abduction in the state. He warned the leaders of Fulani and Hausa groups to call their people who are involved in kidnapping to order. The police commissioner advised them to always reveal the identity of strange faces in their midst to security operatives.
When their own people come in, they do know. There's no doubt about it. And it is their responsibility to monitor their own people, their own subjects, the herders and other Hausa foreign elements that are coming to do whatever other business to make sure that we don't have criminal elements among them.
I can't leave my Shasha community, go to inside, I don't know the way say. But we called the meeting. And even though we do tell the government, let those people to register. They have their own camp.
And now to Kwara State. Kwara State government has a total of 5.3 billion naira of the Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC not assessed since 2014. Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak made this known in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary Rafiu Ajakai earlier this Friday. According to Ajakai, the governor got to know of the fund not assessed when he visited UBEC on Thursday in Abuja. He said that UBEC has to blacklist Kwara government because the immediate past administration mismanaged 1.5 billion naira grant meant to upgrade schools in 2013. Still in Kwara State, Adon has called for stronger preventive measures against disasters in Nigeria. Professor Gadan Oshagbemi made this call during the 182nd inaugural lecture at the University of Ilorin with the title Disasters and Public Health Emergencies, Proper Prior Preparations Prevent Poor Performance. This is coming against the background of a number of disasters that the country had witnessed. Professor Shagwemi advocated disaster prevention and mitigation instead of disaster management. He emphasized effective implementation of policies that could give back to disaster prevention. The professor also called for decentralization of the federal government's National Emergency Management Agency. And now the business news. The federal, state and local governments have shared 679.699 billion naira from the Federation account for the month of May 2019. The distribution of the 3 tiers of government was inclusive of cost of collection to Nigerian Customs, Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, and the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. The federal government received 284.163 billion naira, representing 52.68%. The state received 187.605 billion naira, representing 26.72%. And local government councils got 140.997 billion naira, representing 20.60%. The oil producing states got 40.436 billion naira of 13% derivation revenue. However, the cost of collection and transfers FIRS refund stood at 26.498 billion naira. A communique issued at the Technical Committee of FARC indicated that the gross revenue available from the value-added tax VAT grew in May to 106.826 billion naira when compared to the 96.485 billion naira distributed in the previous month of April, indicating an increase of 10.341 billion naira. And now the stock market report. Stockbrokers traded in a total of 248 million ordinary shares valued at 5.4 billion naira. At the close of trading today on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, GT Bank PLC recorded the highest volume of trade with a total of 83.56 million ordinary shares valued at 2.6 billion naira. ETI PLC came second on the activity chart with 25.05 million ordinary shares valued at 269 million naira. Nigerian Breweries PLC led the pack of gainers with 5 naira 50 kobo to close trading at 63 naira. GT Bank PLC came second on the gainers chart with a 2 naira 10 kobo gain to close at 32 naira 90 kobo. On the other hand, Nestle Nigeria PLC topped the losers chart with a drop of 10 naira in its share value to close trading at 1,390 naira. Dangote Cement PLC also dropped 1 naira in its share value to close trading at 184 naira. Osha Index closed trading at 29,966.87 points, all in 3,184 transactions, while market capitalization ended today's trading at 13.20 trillion naira. And that's the size of our package from the Lagos studios of our ATV. I am Adegboyega. Labiron thanking you for finding time to join us and now returning you back to our studios in Ibadan for the rest of the bulletin. Good evening.